You know what? The public deserves to hear this and to get it straight. Now, how did you get Donald Trump on your show 3 times prior to the election? How did you pull that off?
All right. I never tell this on my own show, and this will probably end up being news tomorrow, but you deserve it. I know folks that are part of Delta Force, and I know people that are part of covert action in the Defense Department and the CIA. And quite frankly, they've given me authorization to talk about this. I have never been in the CIA. I have never been part of covert operations, but separately, I've had family. I've had family that got like 7 silver stars and stuff like that, but it's all classified. Some of the highest decorated people in the country. I'm very proud of those people. They're a lot more manly than I am, and most of them are dead. But people involved in regime changes, you name it. Right here in Texas, fighting hard for the Republic. And I was basically contacted by groups inside Special Forces operations in Florida, inside breakaway groups inside the Central Intelligence Agency, and groups basically behind American industry that wanted to defeat the globalists and they're planning to bankrupt America. And so they told me that they were advising Trump on the globalist takeover and that they understood from their demographics and their studies that we actually had conservatively 15 million people a week visiting Infowars.com and tens of millions watching our videos, and that they had briefed the president, or now then candidate Trump, and that they wanted to attempt a counter coup against the globalists. And so I'm just revealing to you here on air that I was recruited by patriot elements inside the shadow government to take on a communist Chinese funding operation. It's not Russian. They admit communist Chinese have over 10,000 front companies. They penetrated everything.
Jeez.
My sister's Korean adopted. I love the Asian people, but communist China has penetrated us fully. And then things were getting so bad, they were going to ban free speech in 2017. They were going to shut down talk radio. They were going to shut off Fox News. They were going to arrest me. And I was contacted because people in the hit teams in the government were actually being given dossiers and training on people they were going to kill. And George, I don't make stuff up. Let's just say this, the entire echelon of patriots, particularly you, the second biggest show in the country, your name was not listed, but it was listed as just anyone who had influence, even if they were a liberal, was to be wiped out because I can't believe I'm telling this right now. I'm just going to go all the way right now. Was going to be wiped out for this takeover. And so our own black ops and mercenaries, people that aren't perfect, but still who aren't pure evil, understood that Europe was being sold out to Islam, saw the open borders, saw globalism, saw what Merkel was doing, and said, we finally are going to find our soul again, just like they did 5 years ago, refusing to back the Arab Spring and the situation in Syria and Egypt. And our friends in Israel, you say people want to demonize Israel all day. It's because the real folks that are in Israel, the real people, understand what it is to be persecuted and targeted. And Israel, with Benjamin Netanyahu, they're trying to remove from office right now. Again, I was never even a fan of Netanyahu. I wasn't his enemy. I just wasn't studying it. Have come to America's aid to defeat this. And this is what you're seeing right now. This is toe-to-toe battle with the globalists, and they were going to shut down free speech. They were going to probably kill me or arrest me. And I was shown all the data transmissions, all the information. I was shown WikiLeaks, all of it, before it was even, they're going to subpoena me. They're coming after me right now. So I'm just fighting for America. I'm 100% committed, and that's why they're coming after me. And
But this is what got Donald Trump to say, I got to be on this guy's show?
Donald Trump was advised by the Special Forces Command out of Florida. They said
to go on your program.
That's who actually. Let's just say it, the enemy already knows all this. Let me just say this: everybody listening knows I'm telling the truth. Special Operations Command in Florida, the Delta Force, Army, Black Ops. Army's the oldest thing in America. It's before the Constitution, anything. They said, sir, you need to go with Alex Jones. And you need to rally the troops, and they briefed him. They showed him the documents, and they said, we need you to run. And this was a year before he came on with me, and he went to Scotland for 6 months and didn't want to do it. He knew they just to come after him, his businesses, his family, and the Delta Force basically asked Trump. Delta Force, founded by General Boykin and Schumacher and people like Pieczenik, Dr. Pieczenik of psychological operations for the CIA. They basically delivered the message to Trump with all the dossiers and all the proof of what was happening. And he just said, "You're highly recommended." All I can say is we're going to be talking a lot more because he was being briefed by top generals. I'm not going to say the name on what we're doing. And it's not that I'm even special. I'm willing to say this. I'm willing to do this. I wasn't directed by anybody. I was just aware of the operations. I was studying it. As you know, you're a Navy guy yourself. And we just did what we had to do. We did a counter coup against them. And the economy's roaring back. Most people are behind us. I'd say 90% of the CIA, Defense Intelligence, military, special ops is behind us.
Amazing story, Alex. You just get him to stop tweeting as much as he does.
You know, they say that, George. You're getting the absolute data dump right now. They say don't do all that. They don't want him communicating. Sure, some of his tweets aren't perfect, but they want to shut him down. They want to gag him so that he can't get the information out to the people. I mean, do you understand? On your show right now, I am telling people, because I know it's 10 times bigger than mine when it comes to actual human people on the ground. I am telling you all this information. This is real. This is happening, okay? What I'm telling you is what is going on and what is happening, and Trump is literally with a breakaway group in our government trying to turn the economy back on, trying to save the society, and fighting as hard as he can.
Hold on, Alex. We're going to take a break. Alex Jones with us in an undisclosed location.
On November 1, 2016, Hillary and Bill Clinton and their entourage of assistants effected a civilian coup. In contrast to the usual concept of a coup where the military is involved and takes over the White House and communication centers, very much like the scenarios you see in a movie, this coup was done silently and very effectively through two methods: corruption and co-optation. The Clintons have been involved in co-opting our White House, our judiciary, our CIA, our Federal Bureau of Investigation, our Attorney General, Loretta Lynch, and our Director of the FBI, James Comey, for some time now. What they've done is to make sure that they were part and parcel of a group of people who were interrelated through political cronyism. However, in order to stop this coup, we in the intelligence community and others involved have informally gotten together, and with their permission, I am beginning to announce that we've initiated a counter coup through Julian Assange and WikiLeaks. What has happened in effect when Comey had to open up the case of Hillary Clinton and discuss the emails that were involved with the Anthony Weiner case, it was not the case itself that was as important as the fact that this was the entree for many of us in the counter coup to say to the administration, we have your number. Not only do we have your number, we're going to stop you from making Hillary the president of the United States. And at the same time, we will convict and indict the president of the United States, Loretta Lynch, and many others who were involved in the cover-up of the massive corruption that occurred under the Clinton Foundation. Now, in both cases, their coup was silent, and our counter-coup was silent, and it was all transgressed or occurred on the internet. And this is probably the first time in the history of any country where a coup was initiated through the internet and a counter-coup was initiated through the internet. I am just a small part of something far bigger than myself. It was the brave men and women who were in the FBI, the CIA, the Director of Intelligence, the military intelligence, and men and women in 15 other intelligence organizations who were sick and tired of seeing this corruption in the White House, in the Justice Department, and in the intelligence system. And we decided that there was something we had to do in order to save the Republic. So we initiated a counter coup through Julian Assange, who's been very brave and really quite formidable in his ability to come forth and provide all the necessary emails that we gave to him in order to undermine Hillary and Bill Clinton. Again, America, we're going through a major, major transition and, quite frankly, a second American Revolution. We do not have guns, we do not have weapons, we do not intend to kill anybody, we do not intend to harm anybody. But we, the American public, and those of us who serve as veterans and in the intelligence service like myself, will stop the Clintons from assuming power that they don't deserve. At the same time, we will make certain that Obama leaves without any trail of a pardon or any other act of treason. In effect, we want a peaceful transition in this great American republic. I bring you this news, and I want you to understand what has happened. A moment of history is occurring right now in front of us, and I'm proud to explain it to you.